Possum.
Toot toot.
Toot toot, everybody! It's Big Howell and Possum.
Oh, yes. Toot toot.
My name's Big Howell. This is my partner in crime, Mr. Possum. We're back live streaming on another Wednesday evening.
Yes, sir. Streaming on the evening. Streaming on the evening.
Yeah,
With
let me hear one of them.
Gentle
Let me hear
Beard.
one of them sounds off your thing.
Boing.
Wow, I'm not hearing that at all, Mr. Possum.
Turn that shit up.
Not hearing your music. Not hearing your beautiful music. Oh, there we go.
How about that?
There we go. That's
Storming awful loud out there.
Yeah, we got the. Whew. All this rain lately.
Oh, man.
That's still storming. Still going strong.
Just one constant sog.
Yeah, it's a mess out there.
Yeah.
Just mud and water. And it's hard to get anything done. It's hard to get anything done when it's raining. Go on and give us a toot toot in the chat. We are going to be here from 10 to 12. We got a lot of fun stuff planned tonight.
Oh, I believe Whimsy was promised.
Yeah, it sure was. We got a special surprise guest that Mr. Possum doesn't even know about yet. And we've got...
What a thrill.
We're going to be debating whether above ground or underground is better. Which one's better? We're going to decide once and for all whether it's better to be above ground or below ground. And we're going to talk about some current events. We got some news going on. Rare week where there's news. And other than that, we're going to be conversating with you over here in the chat. Go on and give us a toot toot. Let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods.
I want to hear about that neck of yours.
Yeah, or the wood of your neck.
Yeah, tell me about is there something happening in your neck wood?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Toot toot.
Toot toot. I got my Wednesday wet. We got the chat open for conversating. We got sounds and stuff. We got a mighty fire going back behind there.
Ooh,
we have
roaring.
We have the moon itself once again perched on our mantle, which is of course right in front of the almighty void. Stay away from the void, I recommend. That thing will swallow you up right quick.
No, we're at the perfect distance from it.
Yeah.
It's hungry.
Yep. If we got any closer to it, once a show, one of us would just get sucked right into that bad boy.
I caught my shoe in there this week, Hal.
Yeah, did you get it back?
No, I lost the
Nope,
shoe.
of course not.
And all the
Went in the
skeleton
void.
that went along with my foot. I guess you could say I lost my foot.
You lost your entire foot.
Yeah.
Wow, you're out of foot.
I'm out of foot.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
You hadn't mentioned it. I mean, I guess you're a possum. You got 4 feet, so it's not as big a deal.
Oh, you think so?
It's half as big a deal.
Yeah.
As if I were to lose a foot, I'd be half done with them.
You think it's just okay?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
You think I'm okay?
Well.
I mean, it's all a percentage game to you, right?
Yeah.
And if they're not hands, the all-important people hands, who cares how many you lose to the void?
Sure.
It wasn't just ripped off of my body. Oh, how I screamed.
Mm-hmm. Did it hurt?
Yes,
Did it hurt when the void took your foot?
It hurt, and I don't know where it ended up. I don't know what's on the other side of this thing.
Well, it's just an endless, bottomless, cavernous void.
We
right?
think.
Oh, you think there might be something in there?
I mean, it could have ended up in some other reality and plopped out on somebody's stew.
Are you gonna do like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer and jump into that void and go get your foot back?
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
Yeah. You think I won't?
I mean, I'd be scared that you would never come back.
I ain't scared of nothing.
Are you not?
I mean, I'm a little scared of the void, to be honest.
Yeah. So that's the one thing you are scared of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's unfortunate because that's exactly where I need to head.
Yeah, to get that foot back, man. Maybe we could just get you another foot. Seems like that wouldn't be that hard.
Give me another foot? Yeah, we work on that. I'd love that.
I think it might be easier to get you another foot than to jump straight into the goddamn void.
I miss my old gait.
Yeah. Hey, we got a toot toot over here from Andy Fleming. He says toot toot, and he says it's toot toot backwards.
Oh my God.
You ever thought about that?
It's a puzzle.
That's why it's the perfect phrase. That's why it's the most beautiful phrase in the English language. Because it's the same thing forwards and backwards.
Man, we got us a Goodwill Hunting here. Figured out the puzzle.
Yep.
Dang. Love that.
Didn't even have to go to school for all that time that that one guy did.
Yeah, he didn't have to sweep no floors. I mean, of course, he could be sweeping a floor right now. I don't know what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's a savant.
Yeah. You think he's still sweeping the floor?
Yeah.
You think he went to go see about a girl, but he went, kind of missed that floor.
Yeah. Some people, the floor...
Sure do miss sweeping that floor.
Yeah, the floor calls to some. You know.
The girl was pretty good. But man, the feeling of getting all the dust and dirt up off of that floor.
Oh, yeah, finally.
Can't beat that. That does sound better to me than learning a bunch of crap.
Totally.
Just getting that floor nice and shiny.
You know what, Big Hal? You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a movie where it's Good Will Hunting in reverse.
In reverse?
This smart guy starts out and he's like, God, I wish I could just sweep a floor, and dump this girl.
Oh, yeah. No, he'd be
Get out of therapy.
He'd be the smartest guy in class.
Yeah.
Right? So he's going in every day and he's hunkering down, but then secretly, after class, he's just scrubbing every toilet in the place.
Yeah.
And he's just getting gritty and dirty, and he's doing a better job cleaning that place than anybody has ever done.
Yes.
And the janitorial staff is like, who did this?
Right.
Who did this? That's beautiful. That's amazing. That would be a good movie. I would love to see that. And then what happens at the end? So you'd have to do the whole thing in reverse. So he'd have to start out married and get divorced or something.
Right. He starts out in heavy therapy.
Okay.
With a hell of a wife.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, he don't gotta pay no doctor. He ain't gotta take no constant guff from that wife. He's just sweeping floors and cleaning toilets. Toot toot.
Toot toot. Yeah, the wife comes home, she looks in the front door, she looks in that window, and he's just gone.
Yeah.
He's just taking off.
And he says, had to see about a floor that was pretty dirty.
Had to see about a floor.
Yeah, I like that.
I love it too. Man, that movie would be about that. I think that would connect more with the modern man.
I'd call it good floor hunting or something, clean floor hunting.
Okay. His name is Clean? Or clean, no, Floor.
Well, he's hunting for a clean floor.
Is his name is Will Hunting, right? That's the right?
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Yeah, but all the time hunting for a clean.
His name's not Goodwill. His name's Will Hunting, and it's about how he's good.
Yeah.
Kind of never thought about whether that was his actual name. Do they call him Will in the thing?
I think they all the time call him Will Hunting, like every line.
Yeah, they just say, "Hey, Will," or "Hey, Will Hunting."
Yeah, that sounds natural to people speak.
Yeah. And then when anybody gets surprised in the movie, they go, "Good Will Hunting," right?
And it goes boing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, "Who spilled all this puke on the floor?" Spilled puke? What? Who wrote this movie?
Spilt Puke Hunting.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Lost treasure.
Old spilt puke, they call him.
Who spilt this puke and didn't think to clean it up?
All right, Andy Fleming confirms that he is Will Hunting, the most titular character since Vince on Invincible.
Titular? Busty.
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, titular means the most busty character.
Tight.
The most baboobed character.
Baboobed.
All right, what are we doing tonight, Mr. Possum? We got the debate, like we mentioned. We got some current events we're going to talk about. We got a special guest who's going to be a surprise to you, I believe.
I don't think
you even know who it is. I think we're going to sprang this on you. We're also going to be taking your calls. All you people who are chatting right now, who aren't just down here next to the void with us, joining in the chat as well.
Okay. Well, I say let's get this show rolling.
Yeah. So go on and hit like on this video. That'll help us out. Go on and subscribe. That'll help you out. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. And join us here in the chat. Give us a toot. Let us know where you're tuning from.
Hey.
Let us know how wet it is where you're at.
Oh, I'd love to hear. What's the wet level where you're at?
Yeah.
Is your mouth dry? Dude, tell us.
How wet's your yard?
Yeah.
Right? The big question of the night. How wet is your yard?
Is that a big old fat worm there in your yard?
Whoa! Big old fat worm alert.
Uh-oh. Somebody's got a wet yard.
Man, I felt like Noah lately, you know? Just watching all this rain pile up, watching my lawn get wetter and wetter, watching them worms get fatter and fatter.
Watching
and here
some
I am,
animals have sex on a boat.
watching, basically anytime a boat floats by my house, there's a couple animals getting it on in it.
And you're like, good job.
And I'm like, that's just happening naturally. They don't even need a Noah.
Right.
Those animals know how to do that by themselves.
If I'm being honest, Noah's a bit of an overachiever.
Noah was an overachiever, in your opinion?
Yes. I mean...
Well, he's never been accused of being an underachiever, right?
No.
Although he kind of,
He just didn't have to do nothing, you know? Animals are gonna have sex on a boat. You don't need to arrange this.
Oh, okay. So you're saying he didn't need to gather up the animals. If he had just let the boat go, they would have found it and they would have gotten on and gotten it on the boat without him.
He's micromanaging that animal sex.
Okay.
Is Noah.
You don't think you don't think a few of them would have not made it on the boat if he hadn't put all that effort in?
Well, you think he was standing next to him going, hey, do you think this girl's pretty? Look at this pretty girl goat. What do you think of that? Maybe you two should kiss.
That's what I've always assumed happened. That's exactly how I imagined he took each animal out on a date with each other animal, and until he found the perfect right couple that was just right for each other, had exactly the same interests, the exact same habits and desires, and then when he found the right goat couple, he stuck them on the boat.
Boy, I'd hate to go on
Took a lot of time
with a female possum and have Noah sitting there managing it the whole time. Well, y'all gonna kiss?
Well, yeah, but he'd be putting you on a date with every other female possum. Imagine that.
I could do that on my own, Hal. I don't need Noah.
Ooh,
oh, yeah.
Listen to this guy.
Oh, yeah.
You been on a lot of dates?
I could.
You could.
I could.
What's your ideal date?
Oh, Big Hal, you shouldn't have asked that.
Tell me your ideal date, Mr. Possum.
Well, you know, I'm just a normal guy, I guess, by just a little bit of, you know, maybe some trampoline play.
Trampoline play?
Yeah. Just boing, jumping on a trampoline with a lady.
Okay, all right, that's fun.
That's fun.
Do you know how exhausting that is? Has anybody been on a trampoline since you were a kid? An adult on a trampoline? At least, I don't know, an adult human on a trampoline. It is so tiring. I got tired after like 3 jumps. What about you?
Well, I did okay before I lost that daggone foot.
Yeah. So you're now missing a foot, and you're going to take a bunch of different possums out on a date. Hope your wife's not watching this, by the way. And you're going to take them on a trampoline, but you're missing a foot. Do you have a backup plan for the trampoline?
Not really. I'll figure it out. I'll roller skate or something. I don't know. Strap something to my leg.
Have you tried roller skating since you lost a foot?
Why should I?
Because you got to practice for your big date.
Practice for a date? You sound like a daggone nerd. Good God. I got to practice for my date? Look at me. Hope my bow tie's correctly on.
Oh, man.
Shine my little alfalfa shoes.
I'm getting roasted here, and it's fair. It's fair. That's true. Practicing for a date is pretty lame.
Good
I guess.
God, Al.
But I've never had to go on a date that was foot related, like roller skating, while missing a foot. I feel like there's got to be a little bit of leniency towards calling somebody a nerd if they're missing a foot and they want to go roller skating.
This is why my life is tight.
If I saw somebody with 1 foot trying to roller skate and they're falling over, and I'm calling them a nerd, I'm being a real jerk there.
Well, yeah, you should.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
You shouldn't make fun of the handicapped, Big Howell. I mean, you would be a jerk, yeah.
But you're making fun of the theoretical you that would be on a date trying to roller skate. So you're being a jerk too.
Yeah, I guess.
See how that works?
Sometimes you're.
See how I twisted that around?
Sometimes you're the statues, but
do you see how I'm an ally to you, and you're now the abusive one in this situation?
Yes.
You see how I've done that?
Yeah, good job.
Incredible.
And just
toot toot.
Astounding.
Go on and ask us any questions you want over there in the chat. Let us know how you feel about the ground. Do you like to be above it? Do you like to be below it? Would you like to sleep forever under it instead of, waking up tomorrow?
Well, are you talking about
those are big questions? Those are the big questions tonight.
You're talking about the debate or whether or not they should remain living.
I mean, I think there's a similarity in those choices.
Oh, well, I can see what side you're going to argue for.
Yeah.
I like it above ground myself.
Oh, he's giving away his side of the debate.
Who cares?
Yep, I don't.
I
sure don't.
Living down there with all them filthy matlocks. I like it up here with
filthy matlocks.
Yeah, that's what they call the creatures that live underground. Matlocks, right?
I just know them as lizardmen.
Oh, you call them lizardmen?
Lizardmen. Yeah.
My God.
That live down there.
You ever been licked aggressively?
You call them matlocks like the guy on the TV? Matlock?
Yeah. All these lizards are wearing white suits. Lawyering.
Yeah, they're
pushing me around.
They are all lawyers. That is true. They do have a baseline of education that is at least law school graduate.
How did they take it when you called them lizards?
Lizardmen?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what I believe they're called.
Oh my God!
Do you call them matlocks?
Yes.
And they're cool with that. They probably like matlocks. They're all lawyers.
Who knows what
probably
they
dig
like?
Matlock.
They're a little grumpy to be true.
Andy asks, "Does possums grow new feet, or am I thinking of lizards?"
Oh man, I wish I could grow new feet like I was a daggone Wolverine or something with special healing factor.
Andy, thank you for the question. I believe you're thinking of lizards and lizardmen and Matlock also for that. What's the idiom I'm looking for? For that matter,
yes,
Matlock as well.
For that Matlock.
All right. Hey, Mr. Possum.
Hey, Big Howell.
I heard you went jeans shopping this weekend.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, my wife's been complaining that I only wear these clothes that I stole off an old scarecrow,
Oh, they do like some variety, those wives.
Yeah, yeah. So I went out to find some jeans.
Jeans, huh?
Uh-huh.
How'd that go?
Terrible. Terribly.
Really?
Yes.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go to get the jeans?
Big Howell, I went to the Jeans Witch.
The Jeans Witch?
Mm-hmm. Yep, she lives out in the cabin in the woods. She's a witch.
Oh, she's a witch?
Yeah, she likes cooking up kids in the oven and stuff. But she's also a Levi's retailer.
Hang on a second. So you would buy jeans. You would support a business that's run by an evil witch who likes cooking up children. You would go to a witch-run business.
Here we go.
What? I mean, it's a valid question, I think.
Hal, do you know what everybody who sells you pairs of jeans does in their spare time? Do you know what they're always up?
Well, now, no, I don't. I don't know that.
I mean, there's gonna be evil witches in the woods no matter what, right? And I need some jeans, so I went to the Jeans Witch. It's simple algebra.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So if I may continue, oh gentle one. So
you can continue, Mr.
I go
Possum.
into the Jeans Witch's cabin, and she's like, well, do you want a love potion, or do you want to make a princess sleep for 1,000 years? And I'm like, no, ma'am, just here for the jeans, nothing crazy.
Wow. Huh.
So she brings out some jeans, and she says, Mr. Possum, let's start with the Levi's 501s.
Oh, classic look.
Oh, yeah, classic fit, straight leg, mid-rise waist.
That's good. That's a good jean.
So I struggle to pull these dang things up, and dang it, how they're too dang tight. I mean, tight in the thighs, tight in the knees, real tight in the butt. My dang butt looked like a ripe honeydew melon. You ever see one of them things? Ripe. My God.
I love a honeydew. All right. I wish I had seen that.
Oh, my God. And the witch goes, I like the way that looks. Which is weird hearing from a witch because she's evil, and that might mean that it's a bad thing. Like I look bad, so she's into it.
Right, but
rooting
you did.
against me.
But you did go to a witch. You know.
I know I went to a witch. Sorry. I know how. So I take the 501s off. And she says, let's try the 511s.
Oh, 5'11".
Slim fit, tapered leg, reinforced knees, 26-ounce crotch. So I put them craps on for sure.
How'd they fit?
Tight. Real tight.
Oh, like tight, like good?
No, tight like tight.
Oh, okay.
Tight in the legs, tight in the butt. Again, I'm busting out of them.
Sure.
Apparently I have more than a 26-ounce crotch. I don't know. So,
Congratulations.
tight, yeah. So the witch says, I like the way that looks. You know, she gets to looking at me like I'm a stuffed loin. You know, she wants to eat me, I'll bet. She's got that look.
A stuffed loin.
Tenderloin.
Oh, like, yeah. Okay, yeah, with like the little ropes around it. Just
Yep.
sweating as it cooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound delicious.
Yeah. So, I know that sounds good. So, she brings out some 517s.
Oh.
You know, slim fit. You know, boot cut. Button fly. Waterproof pockets. Mm-hmm. Zipper goes all the way around to the back.
That's my favorite cut, I think. I love that cut. Zipper going all the way around to the back.
Oh, yeah, that's comfort.
Can't beat that.
That's comfort.
How'd they fit?
Tight as hell, again. I look like 6 pounds of pudding in a 5-pound sack. But the witch said I look real good. Was getting to licking her lips and stuff.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
So she says, is there another style you'd like to try? I said, yeah, grab a pair of them 470.
A pair of them what's?
470.
Oh, 470.
You know, she said, what now, 470s? They don't make them jeans. What are you talking about, you
Yeah, I think
crazy
they're all-
possum? And I said, yeah, 'cause I'm 470 more pairs of them jeans on my ass, you old witch. Boy, oh boy.
470 more pairs of pants up on my ass, you old witch.
Ooh-wee.
Toot toot.
I
Whoa,
got
man, that
her.
is a mouthful.
That's a mouthful. I got her but good.
I have a little applause for Mr. Possum for getting that one out.
Boy,
Woo, boy.
my head's all crooked.
Man, it's almost time to go to the dog camp. Tonight is just flying by. Even though we're not getting nobody over here in the chat except for Andy.
Well, we appreciate you, Andy. Toot toot.
Yep.
It's good to have a friend, even if you're just one man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what them dogs is up to.
Yeah, let's head on over to the old let's head on over to dog cam. See what the dogs are doing. Folks, we'll be back in just 1 minute with Big Howell and Possum. We're back!
Oh, God.
We're back on Big Howell and Possum.
Oh, I think I got my own hair in my
Mr.
mouth.
Possum's having himself a spilt puke over there.
I spilled some puke.
He's having a little bit of a puke.
Oh, that's some puke.
Well, we sure wish we had a good, what was his name? Good clean flooring?
Clean floor
Good
hunting.
Clean floor hunting?
Yes.
Mr. Floor Hunting over here to clean up your spilt puke. But instead of that, we have a special guest this evening. This is a young lady I ran into. I was down at the Thornton Mart, down over there on Lower Brownsboro.
Lowbrow? Oh my God!
It was raining. It was raining something fierce, as it's been lately. And this young lady was standing outside, and she asked for a ride. And when she got in the car, she didn't really have anywhere to go. So I invited her to be on the show. I'd like to welcome Jeannie to the show. Come on over here, Jeannie. Have a seat. You sound a little sick.
Jeannie.
Everybody, this is Jeannie.
What's up?
Big Hal. Why do you pick up people like this?
Thanks for the ride.
You see yourself there on the screen, Jeannie?
Where?
Right over here.
Where?
Right over here.
Oh.
It's almost like you want to get hurt by a drifter. How the hell you doing, Jeannie?
I know him. I know him. We go.
Oh, you guys know each other.
I know you.
Yeah, we run in the same circles. I know this lady.
You guys run in the same circles.
Oh, we live.
You never told me you ran in this kind of circle.
Well, she runs in circles. I'm just there.
Let me just sort out. You got a little puke on the side of your face here.
Now that's a friend, Jeannie.
Yeah. Got a little puke over there on the side of your face.
Puke on your face.
She will. I can't believe you picked this person up.
I'll do it again.
Jesus.
Do it again. I'll puke on your face.
Scoot a little closer to the mic there, Jeannie. Get a little closer to us.
Yeah, I got something to say.
We're gonna have to share some apparent germs, maybe, but
Apparent.
No, you got this.
She wild as hell.
What's your story? What's up with you? What's up with you, Jeannie?
I just hang around.
Yeah.
I'm just around, and I just do stuff. I go around, I do stuff, and then I just find stuff.
What found you out in at the Lower Brownsboro Thornton Mart by yourself? Nice young woman like yourself. What were you doing out there? Not that women can't go to the Thornton Mart by themselves.
It's a good place to get rides.
Yeah.
So I was getting a
sense.
ride. But sometimes I just like to go for a ride. I don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I hang out, and we used to hang out every now and then in the same dumpster. There's the good shit in the same dumpster. We see shit in the dumpster.
I seen some shit in that dumpster.
We seen some shit. We seen some shit.
Oh my God.
We seen some shit. One time we got in a fight over a ham sandwich, but then we squashed it, and now sometimes we're neighbors for a few hours, and then we don't see each other for a few months.
It occurs to me I'm the only person in this room that's never lived in a dumpster.
You should try it. You should try it.
I mean, it's probably coming up.
It's cheap.
Probably going to happen soon.
It's cheap.
I tell you.
It's cheap?
It's cheap.
You don't want to live in the dumpster we lived in. We lived in the old Fazoli dumpster, and you know what the Fazoli Crimes family throws away.
Oh, wow.
It's more than Italian food.
You ever tried to eat spaghetti just loose?
Just loose spaghetti?
Just loose. Just sliding off the plastic bag.
It's impossible.
No, I've never tried to eat spaghetti just loose.
It's like a slip and slide.
It's like a slip and slide. We tried the Lady and Tramp. A mess of spaghetti, and I got sores all over my lips.
Dude.
I got possum, and I got disease.
Now, wait a second.
You got 85%.
Wait a second. Are you sure that wasn't just?
Have that.
Are you sure that wasn't just pasta sauce, marinara sauce on your lips?
That's probably herpes, but 85% of Americans have the kind that gets on your lips. They just don't get sores. Don't blame me for that.
Okay.
I'm not.
But you have the kind that
I get the kind that you can see because I have a weak immune system.
She's got it. She's got the bad kind.
Got the C kind.
Yeah, we ruled it out after she licked my face and said, you left a little bit of marinara meat on your lip. She tried to lick it, and you're going to make more sores, Jeannie.
Let me ask you this, Hal. Are you going to dig in the bottom of the dumpster to get it, or if you just going to lick it off somebody's face? What is easy?
If it's a possum's face,
Possum's face.
I think I'm gonna dig for more. I think I'm
Look
gonna
at that
try.
face.
I think I'm gonna try something else.
I don't believe that. You
I
just
lick anything off.
clean a little puke off of my face.
That's fair. You clean
That's
puke
fair.
off.
That's true.
Ow,
That
loves
is
his
quite
buddy.
true. Now, can we talk about?
You two be like.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Come on now.
I thought he was a possum.
It's 2018.
You kiss a possum?
Yeah, I'll kiss him.
Kiss it.
Oh my God! It's getting
You want to kiss?
Kiss him.
You want to kiss on
Kiss
Miss?
it.
just a dry one.
Yeah.
Jeannie, we ain't kissing no more after this. Just come on.
Oh. Weak.
It ain't no big
That was
deal.
nice. That was nice.
weak.
I enjoyed that actually.
Cold and somewhat wet.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Now, can we talk?
Everybody got herpes.
Yeah. Well,
Just the way I like it.
wait.
Yeah.
That just occurred to me.
It happens that easy, Hal. That's why 85% of Americans
That's a
have
shame.
it. Yeah.
It's a shame I just got herpes on the live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be too
So-
sore about it. If you,
Can we talk about can we talk about sort of what's happened to you and why you sort of look the way that you do?
Like an angel. Well,
Sure. Yeah. Let's start with the ways that you look like an
I'll
angel.
explain to you. I
'Cause you are dressed
look
like
like
an
an
angel.
angel
Yeah.
because it's Christmas. Everybody loves it. You love it. I love it. You love Christmas. That's why I'm here.
You're a Christmas
Merry
angel.
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Toot
Christmas,
toot.
everybody. It's my favorite holiday. I like to bestow gifts on people, but I don't have any money, so I just bestow my virtues on people.
virtues. What a shitty Christmas gift, Jeannie. Oh, I just got you virtues. Thanks.
I put my
You guys have a
virtues on
great
your
rapport.
face.
You guys definitely lived together before. You guys have like great chemistry. I like this.
You know, it's a small circle that
Yeah.
people in this community who don't have houses all the time run in. It's not a big deal.
So it was you two and Heathcliff. And who else? Who else lived in your weird dumpster world?
I mean, I don't want to
Was Heathcliff
start
there?
any shit, but raccoons.
Yeah, we had some raccoons.
That's not,
Okay.
I don't like them.
Little territorial thing with fighting off raccoons.
Everybody lets them get away with everything because they're cute.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stupid. It's stupid. Just being cute don't make you less awful.
I mean, sometimes.
Are you wait, Jeannie? Are you jealous of the way raccoons are treated?
They got their little
I've never met
smoky
a
eyes
person
on.
who is jealous of the way raccoons
And
are
people
treated.
feed them. People feed them. People see me. They don't feed me.
That's okay. That's sad to hear.
People
that's
say-
very sad to hear.
Can I give you a ride? And then they're like, can I also get a hand job? And I'm like, of course.
Of course.
Sure. Okay.
You know, people never ask raccoons for hand jobs.
Well, you are an angel.
Thank you.
Hell.
I'm from
It does sound like you are an angelic presence. I want to
am.
also want to ask. Not only do you look like an angel, you also look a little beat to shit. And I'm wondering what
that's fine.
What else has happened to you? Why you look so messed up? I
Here's
guess, is
the
my
story,
other
Hal.
question.
Yeah. And the story is, I can't be tamed.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
That's
somebody tried to tame you with a
you're-
closed fist.
And I can't be tamed.
Now, hang
Sometimes-
on a second.
Look, anybody who doesn't have special animal claws and feet and tails, it's a bitch getting in and out of them dumpsters, and you fall down and you hit your head.
Okay. I see.
Nobody hurts me but me.
Oh,
Nobody hurts me but me.
It's a powerful message on this special Christmas episode of Big Howell and Possum. Nobody hurts this woman but her.
I hit my own face
Yep.
getting food.
she kicked her own ass.
Yep.
I did that.
And sometimes she'll get in a bar fight and somebody will be like, kick her ass, and she'll just punch herself and she'll be like, we're done here, I just won.
Nobody fucks with you after that.
Now, did you say bar fight or did you say barf fight? That's my question.
It's like, you know, when a couple of people are puking, right?
Yeah. And then
they're
they get in a
like,
fight
"Barf
while they're doing it.
And
Yeah.
they start getting handfuls of throwing at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll just barf and face plant and be like, I win.
I don't give a fuck.
She sure don't.
Pretty gross. Pretty gross stuff. Right here, right off the bat.
Didn't we start out with him wiping vomit off you?
He's a friend.
He's judgy.
He's, you know, he.
I was wiping vomit off of him so it wouldn't be on the live feed.
You know what? That was my live feed for later.
Cleaning it up.
Toot.
Toot.
That's okay. I know where you was coming from. You was trying to make me look pretty for the TV.
Yeah, that's that's a concern of mine.
Now, Jeannie, I will say that you kind of dressed like a Christmas angel. I'll give you that. But would you be more likely to be found on top of a tree or found below a tree? You know, like a dead body.
Look, I'm not going to say I never fell off a tree. I fell off a tree just like you all fell off a tree. 13, 14 times. However many times you fall off a tree, that's how many times I fall off a tree. But I tell you this shit right now.
I don't think I've ever fallen off a tree.
You know what? How I feel like you try to put yourself above us in some way. But
I feel like I'd be doing myself an incredible disservice if I didn't try to put myself above the two of you.
Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how many times you fall off a tree. It matters how many times you climb back up the tree.
All the way up.
Yeah, high as hell.
And then you all the way up there high as hell yelling, I made it up here.
Now,
oh, goddamn angel.
Jeannie, have you
have
considered that you would lower the amount of times that you had fallen off of a tree if you stopped trying to climb every one of them?
See, I feel like that's a message for suicide.
Is it? Did I just do...
You told everybody to quit.
Oh, okay.
Don't
quit doing dangerous, stupid stuff that injures you.
Nah.
Is the same as telling people to off themselves.
You said
give up.
Every time you fall down, just stay down.
Ooh.
And
you don't ever tell her to stay down.
Yeah.
I
get high.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm pretty sure that's true.
Remember that time we drank all that bleach and punched the sheriff right in the dick? Oh, yes. I said, shine this badge. And that didn't even make sense. And then I punched him. I said, shine this badge.
I didn't even know that we did that, but I believe you.
Oh, we did.
You guys drank bleach together?
I believe that. Yes, I believe that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe that. That sounds fun.
Made my teeth white.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I guess it would.
I'm sorry I missed it. I should have been there.
You were there.
Mentally. I should have been there mentally for that experience. I got to be more in the moment. I feel like I'm always working on my future goals, but I need to focus more on what's happening right now.
Oh, she's bullshitting you out. Name one goddamn future goal you got. My God. Name one.
Let's hear a future goal.
Number one. Trick a possum into getting all the spaghetti in his fur so you don't have to slide off the trash bag and eat it.
Oh, what do you mean? You tricked me?
I tricked you!
You told me I was on fire and rolling around in that marinara. Shit. Boy, I fell for that hook, line,
stinker. Future plan number two. Hang outside of a Thornton Marts and find a guy in a cowboy hat because you know he's going to take you to a possum in a cowboy hat. That's science. Everybody knows that.
Has happened a bunch of times.
That's science.
You know what's interesting is that a strong man in a black cowboy hat took you to a fireplace by a void with a talking animal.
Did you just call me strong?
Yeah, it's called you strong. You're the strongest man in town.
I appreciate that.
I
appreciate being recognized for that.
Let's see it.
Oh, this right here? This right there?
This old gun?
This old tree? You want to climb this bad boy?
Oh, yeah. And the funny thing is, it seems like she should be frightened of that just nightmare scenario, but I think that you're a little scared of her. A little backfire. Kidnap and backfire. Oh, you didn't kidnap her, though.
I feel like nobody can kidnap you if you want to be kidnapped. Because then you're just going places you try to go in the first place.
Yeah.
So I
So
feel like,
if you're up for being kidnapped by
yeah,
anybody,
then
if you're just along for the
technically-
ride,
yeah, you can't kidnap the willing.
then technically you cannot be kidnapped.
That's true. So
That's
the second
interesting.
you get kidnapped, just say, "I want to be here," and then you're not kidnapped anymore.
It's
Wow,
like- it's
and
like-
you turn the situation completely around on itself.
I do it all the time.
Wow.
You're just on an adventure. It's like you couldn't say that Bilbo the
Yeah.
Hobbit was kidnapped.
Yeah, kidnapping is for people who don't want to go on adventures.
Kidnapping is for people who don't want to go on adventures.
Yeah.
I can't endorse that statement. Just gonna say I disagree with that. I think you can get kidnapped.
He's so ornery.
Well, some people can get kidnapped, but not you.
Not me.
Still applies.
Not me.
You know, I think
I do hate how y'all are bringing out the square in me.
Not me.
Like the real anti-kidnapping square.
Sometimes,
I hate that.
sometimes we just
I hate when
illuminate
this-
what's already there. How?
No, I ain't no square.
How?
I ain't no square.
Hey, Jeannie, pour this square some bitch another cup of wet.
I don't know if I want to drink whatever you got in your
I
bag.
stole it out of your car.
Alcohol kills the germs, I think. It ain't spaghetti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
All
down in the
right.
muck
All
with this.
right.
Drink a
All
little brown.
right.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was stolen
That's a
from
drink.
my car.
Clean.
Now it's been placed up to Jeannie's lips, and I feel great about that. Feel great about taking that home to the family.
You don't take this home to the family.
I'm
Right.
not into family.
Okay. So you would consider that kidnapping if you had to go meet somebody's family.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
You put me in a conundrum.
So you're a square in that situation.
I mean,
You're opposed to meeting somebody's family.
I guess I'm a square in that I don't enjoy people who are related to each other by blood. That's weird because you're not supposed to have sex, and that's a very strange dynamic that I don't understand.
Oh, you can't just be handing out hand jobs
Yeah.
to grandpa and grandma while
When
she's there.
everybody's related, who do you have sex with? I don't get it. But I feel like you're a square in that you are made up of four corners.
One of them is the corner at the Thornton Mart where we met.
I love that corner.
That corner is where my heart lives.
Yeah. The other corner is where gentleman means strong man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's a good corner.
Yeah. I'm just flattering you, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
It's very,
I appreciate
it's
it.
Very sexy.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. We got to back up off of that. Don't we have a segment to get into, Mr. Possum?
What's a segment?
Before Jeannie
Oh,
tries
yeah.
to flirt with me anymore.
This is a little segment we call, What's in My Pouch? Right? That's what I
What's in the pouch, folks?
It's every week I put something in my pouch. I give y'all one guess at it, and then I pull it out. You know, in my slimy pouch.
Possums have
different
pouches.
stuff.
I'm surprised you didn't know about that. He never fed you. He never fed you spaghetti out of his pouch.
You've been
Out of his
hiding
slime?
shit in that pouch all these years. Let me see.
Nah,
Is that why you wear clothes?
that's why I wear clothes, because I know you be digging in my pouch, and sometimes I got my dang kids in there. I don't want you fooling with my kids, hustling them with your hands.
You didn't even know you were around Possum's family.
I feel so betrayed.
Yeah.
I told them,
Bamboozled.
I said, Ricky, you make one noise, that human female's gonna eat you.
I'll eat the shit out of them, baby.
I know.
God damn.
They was safe. Alright, so, y'all each take one guess. Jeannie, I'll give you the first swing at the plate, see what's in this old pouch of mine.
Okay. Food that I'm supposed to eat that I couldn't eat. How much spaghetti is in there?
Be more specific. You think it's spaghetti?
Yeah, I think it's spaghetti.
No. No spaghetti in here. Big Hal, what do you think's in my pouch?
Collapsible pool cue.
Oh. Now that would be right cool of me, wouldn't it?
That would be pretty cool.
No, ain't no pool cue in here. I will see what I got. Oh, yes. What's this? This is a can of Perk brand coffee.
Perk brand coffee?
Perk brand coffee. It says right here.
Why I've never heard of Perk brand coffee. Is it good?
Oh, heck yeah, it's good. It says right here on the barrel, it's cheap.
Yeah.
It says cheap.
Let me see that real quick.
Have a look at there and check its quality.
Perk brand coffee.
Now, me, I only
Cheap.
drink Perk brand coffee. It's the only
It's cheap.
coffee I drink. I'll tell you why, Big Al and Jeannie. I'll tell you why. Because this stuff's strong.
Yeah.
Real strong.
Strong and cheap.
I'm talking like circus strongman strong. And I'm talking about, some people say that this isn't coffee at all, that it's just the ground up bones of old circus strongmen.
I don't think it's coffee.
Some people think you're right. Maybe it's just bones.
I think it's a dummy can for spaghetti.
Well, something's going on, because when I drink me a cup of hot Perk brand coffee, buddy, that shit's so strong my skeleton comes out. You ever shit out your skeleton?
Nope. Sure haven't.
Makes it sound like a bunch of xylophones being played. Exactly what you'd expect.
Now, people think that that's ground up bones and not coffee.
Well, some people say, the legend.
Oh, okay. The legend tells us.
Yeah.
Ground up bones.
Spaghetti!
And it must have a little guff soda in it, because it don't cool down. This coffee stays hot in this cup when you make it. When you make it, this stays hot. It's a hot cup of coffee forever. Oh my God. How's that even possible?
I don't know how that's possible. That seems impossible, Mr. Possum.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I think they're on to something at Perk brand coffee, because when I drink it, boy oh boy, my butt says, patooey, let's get everything out. Chewy. Like you're spitting out stuff in your mouth, out my butt mouth.
I can't afford that liability.
All right. So apparently this gives Mr. Possum diarrhea. That's nice to know about. It's nice to hear about. What do you think about that, Jeannie?
It's lose-lose.
Yeah?
Lose-lose. It's not food,
Sure.
but I bet it's food.
I think it probably makes you hungry.
Probably food in there.
Probably makes you hungry. I mean, if you crap out your very skeleton after you drink that Perk brand coffee, it's cheap. If you crap out your very skeleton, I imagine you would get hungry after that.
And
You'd probably end up pretty hungry.
the last thing you want is to play with your butthole. That's the last thing you want.
That's the last thing
That's
you
the
want?
last thing you want, because that is the only place to store your drugs. Everybody knows that. You can't afford to compromise your butthole. Everybody knows that. You play games with your buttholes, and then you're going to lose all your drugs. Everybody knows. They take your clothes, they take your shoes, they pat you down, they look everywhere. Most people won't mess with your butthole. Most people.
Now,
Most people won't mess with your butthole.
Won't mess
That
with your
goes
butthole.
that goes against I think the common wisdom of the time. I think.
Most people.
Most people won't mess with your butthole.
Most people talk butt game.
Oh, okay. All right.
Most people don't want no part of the butthole when it gets real. When it
that's
gets
true.
real.
There's a lot of butt talk.
There's a lot of there's a lot of
you
butt
started
talk.
it.
A lot of butt talk.
You started
I'm
it with
saying-
this Perk coffee.
No, I'm just saying, in the world, people talking a lot of
you
butt.
also started that. You started the
Millennials.
trend of butt stuff in the world. People talking about eating ass and all that stuff. You did popularize all of that.
Oh, I shone a light on something that was worth talking about.
Sure.
Al, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. But it brought out a lot of butt posers.
Yeah,
Most people just talk butt. They don't do butt.
as I'm saying, a lot of people be talking butt and they don't do butt.
And I can't afford this kind of liability. I need everything to stay in butt.
Now, you remember that time we got arrested and you panicked and you shoved that whole ham sandwich up your potato? Now, I don't know why you did that, because there's no laws saying you can't eat a ham sandwich. There weren't no drugs in that ham
You
sandwich.
can't. There's no law saying you can't eat a ham
If she
sandwich
shoved it up there,
with
we
your
got-
pussy.
Oh, wait. And there was lettuce just a dangling out. That was a dressed ham sandwich.
There's no laws.
Y'all are just straight up gross. It's weird.
Yeah, we're gross.
Now, was this a hoagie style sandwich, or was this? Are we talking two
Square.
isosceles triangles?
Squares, just bunny bread.
Oh, just
That's my
just
favorite.
not even sliced
It's
diagonally.
softer. It's like squishier.
Softer, squishier.
Money.
So when you're getting the materials out to make a sandwich, you're considering that at some point you might have to shove that up your patoot. You're thinking about that. So you pick a soft type of bread.
I gotta be honest with you, Hal.
Yeah.
When you're in the moment and you're getting arrested and you got a ham sandwich on you, you don't think about it. Your body just accommodates it, like having a baby. You don't
your body
plan that out. Your body just knows what needs to happen, and then it just happens. It's a miracle. It's a fucking miracle.
So you would say your body swallowed it. You didn't even shove it up there.
Exactly. I thought about it as much as I think about swallowing my own spit. It just happens. I don't even try most days.
Oh my God, you shouldn't have picked her up. We're not going to be able to get her out of here.
This has been turbulent. My word.
A woman knows their bodies, you know.
And sometimes it eats a ham sandwich on its own. But, I don't even disagree with me about that, because there is that you can absorb the nutrients. That ham sandwich sustained me through 3 days of lockup. And I would do it again tomorrow, but your body has to be hungry. It has to want it.
She had a hungry butt. That's some ham sandwich I won't be begging to take a bite of.
No, the ham sandwich is for the vaginas.
Oh.
And butts is for the desserts.
Oh,
that's where the desserts
God.
go.
All that time I thought you had... When I said patoot, I thought you meant your butt.
I meant patoot.
Patoot? Well, patoot-toot. Man, oh man.
Patoot-toot.
Patoot-toot, ladies and gentlemen.
Patoot-toot.
Well, I'm having a great time here tonight with you weirdos. Talking about shoving sandwiches all kinds of places. Which is cool. Which is fine. By the way, it's fine. And I'm actually very curious to hear how the science on actually eating a sandwich with your butt. I think that's weird.
I couldn't tell you. It's just
like how it would actually get digested and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how it would work.
The same way that corn does. It doesn't.
The same way that corn does. It doesn't.
Did I get it?
Yeah, that's tight.
That's pretty.
I tell you, it helps if your butt has teeth.
Her butt has teeth?
My butt has teeth. Toot.
Yeah.
So were you born with butt teeth, or what?
I mean, it's like we say teeth to be funny, but like sometimes it's just like some people's butts are just meaner.
That butt's got some teeth on it.
Yeah, that's it. It just has more friction, and more grip and bite to it.
Good
God,
because it's been through a lot.
Yeah,
it's been through a lot.
Yeah,
I get it. All right, so it's sort of grown teeth.
Yeah, I think so.
Good God. I feel like I'm about to spill some puke. I think we should go to that dog cam, Big Al.
We should probably go to that dog cam.
I love the dog cam.
Yeah.
Let's watch them dogs a romp.
Let's see what these dogs are doing. We're back! That was a great dog cam. I love that little song. Toot toot!
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Whose dog
It's a good
is that?
one.
Whose dog is that?
Well, that's my dog and a dog that Mr. Possum here knows. What'd you go to college with that with the little black one?
Yeah, I went to community college with her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you study?
Air conditioners.
Fun.
Yeah.
Air conditioners.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's so beautiful.
I think so. I think it's a beautiful thing to keep the world cool.
I would love it if I ever experienced it. I think you would love it. This square probably has it. What's air conditioning like?
I do have air conditioning. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
That's one thing they say about air conditioning. And maybe did you learn this in air conditioning school? It works.
Well,
It does what it says it's going to do.
if you got somebody like me, you don't.
What do you mean? Were you not good at it? Were you not good at air conditioning?
No, I was terrible at it.
Well, I can imagine it's hard to be good at something that you can't conceive of being real.
Exactly.
It's like philosophy degree.
Right. It's all theoretical cool.
Yeah.
And when you're working on it, they're hot. If you go out to an AC unit outside, boy, oh boy, it's like the devil himself breathing down your neck.
Air conditioning, a degree in air conditioning is like a philosophy degree.
Yeah.
Because it's all theoretical.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really. It's hard to know.
Hard to even imagine what it would be like.
Sense.
That's amazing.
Well, you don't know what it really even does.
It's like having a professional naked guy design clothes for you. He's always naked. And
Well, now that can be really good because that can open your mind. My clothing designer, the guy who designed this jacket, actually is always naked when he's designing clothes for me.
Are you talking about Carpet Mallard?
Carpet Mallard, yep,
Yeah.
that's the guy.
The Carpet Mallard?
Yeah, that's right. He designed this jacket. He designed this shirt. He does it. He does most of my design work. Carpet Mallard, and he
Very good.
And he works naked exclusively.
What do you mean by design?
Well, he draws the clothes. Then he gives you he takes your measurements. Completely naked.
Yeah.
And then he has a tailor actually make the clothes. Yeah.
So he don't make them.
No, he doesn't actually make them. He draws them and then does the measurements.
I am a designer. I design spaceships. I design doodles of cats.
Oh, so you draw stuff. That's what you're saying.
I'm a designer.
I
draw it from my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And now if somebody wants to come along and make that,
Mm-hmm.
I can't be bothered with that. But I'm the designer of many things that I don't know if people are using out there. They very well may be on one of my spaceships right now.
Yeah.
That's not for me to know.
What do you draw? What do you draw your stuff on? Do you have a notebook?
Napkins, cardboard boxes, pizza boxes.
Mm-hmm. Pizza boxes. You got a nice big space on them. That's good.
Spare leaves. From Leafs, as you know them. Remember Leafs?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, I've drawn those.
Mm-hmm.
And then people throw away a lot of paper.
Yeah.
So that.
Sure, like old mail and stuff.
Yeah, people not so much using the backs of things.
Yeah.
Not as much.
Now, describe to me a spaceship that you have designed. Like, what would be like the sort of cutting edge technology that you've designed that would go into a spaceship? How does your spaceship fly? What does it run on? What sorts of things have you done to the design of that spaceship to make it work, to make it look cool? Where are you at conceptually?
Number one, add feathers. Okay. That's the biggest problem with flight and spaceship in America today is that we know what works because we've always seen birds, but we never put feathers on nothing, and then that's probably why shit blows up. So
stuff blows up because there's not enough feathers.
Exactly.
You'll never see a bird blow up.
They never blow up. So you take any regular spaceships or rockets. Yeah. And then you glue just feathers all over them. And then now here's the key. They got to be able to do this.
Yeah.
They don't do this.
Now, I've never seen a spaceship, I've never seen a bird blow up, but I've also never seen a bird go into space the way a spaceship is supposed to.
But like,
I just want to point that out.
But a bird is already like this big. It's impossible to see go into space.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's this big when it's just by your house.
Sure.
And then by the time it goes into space, you don't even know where.
Let me ask you this: when you are designing your spaceships, do you draw the feathers that go on your spaceships, or do you just attach feathers to the drawing that you've done, feathers that you have found or that you have plucked off of a bird?
This is my design. I was like, I wrote, put feathers on spaceships.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
Oh, so when you drew your spaceship, you wrote out the words.
I drew the words.
You drew the words, put feathers on spaceships.
That's called instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if you say it good, you don't need pictures.
Now,
that's true.
I don't know
That's a
if
good
you
point.
know this, but Jeannie created the only bread fueled spaceship. Because if you notice, ducks get from here to Florida just eating a bunch of bread.
Thank you. You don't feed them gasoline and rocket fuels.
Exactly.
So you invented a bread fueled spaceship.
Yes.
And let me just guess. Did you do this by writing the phrase "feed spaceships bread" on like a pizza box?
See, I feel like for the first time since I showed up tonight, we are vibing.
We're vibing. Yeah.
vibing.
No, we get each other.
Yeah.
We understand each other.
Yeah.
No, I get what's happening here. I understand. You are a designer. You're an inventor. You're cutting edge. You're.
It's like.
Do you have
sometimes you go
another?
back to basics.
Do you have another invention that?
So my thing is, if you are hungry, then you should be able to go into any restaurant and say, I'm hungry, and then people give you food.
All right.
And
I
that
agree with
doesn't
that.
always happen.
I agree with that. I don't know that it's an invention, but I agree with it.
But then here's the thing. You would always get it. You would never get it. Just because you've been kicked out of that bathroom 5 times this month.
Because you passed out in there with a locked door.
Like, whatever. Are you a food establishment?
Okay.
Or
So
are you a bathroom police?
are you just saying food is free forever from now on?
See, that's what.
Food is free forever.
And
I agree with that.
It's not
it
bad.
took us a while.
I totally agree with
we
that.
didn't really connect.
Food is free
At first.
from now on. Right?
So, like,
Let's just do that.
I feel like there's no debate here. Like, everybody agrees with everything I'm doing.
Yeah. Everybody's totally cool with your whole deal.
I feel like you picking me up worked out for everybody.
Yeah. You're a bit of a philosopher, I will say. As much as we were making fun of philosophers, saying they were as worthless as people who work on air conditionings a minute ago, philosophers are actually pretty cool because they come up with stuff like that. Stuff like free food for everybody all the time.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thought, and it's just true.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's not real, but it's true. And that's what makes it philosophy.
Well,
I think we should, if you don't mind, since you've proven yourself to be quite the smart cookie.
Quite the philosopher.
I think we should get into the headlines.
Let's do it. Let's talk about what's happening in the news.
we're doing the news?
Oh, we're doing the news, baby.
Oh.
The news is back, baby.
Headline.
Headline is the first one? Okay. All right.
Put that up there. Oh, yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we get our news, like most of America, we get our news from tedbaglessnews.net. Your only source for news. Your one source for news. tedbaglessnews.net. And if I can just pull up these here headlines here. All right. Our first item tonight. Candy colors.
Oh,
You heard about this, Mr. Possum?
I believe I do.
Children across the nation have been spotted talking on their candy phones. What is happening? Who are they talking to? Is someone calling them somehow? Parents demand answers, but few have been found. You heard about this, right? So kid will have a candy phone.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be just a plastic container filled with candy, but the kid will be walking around talking on it. Parent picks it up. Person's gone. Who was on there? Mm-hmm. Person's just disappeared, just hung up somehow. So what's going on? Is there technology to allow people to call in? Are people have people hacked into children's candy phones? What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
One time I got the president directly tapped into me to speak to me on a shoe for 3 weeks. But whenever I would hand the shoe to anybody, nobody would say that they could hear him. But
it's probably a secure line.
Yeah.
Right?
So
they can
call
tell
somebody on something that's not a phone.
Right.
That's not a big deal.
You can call somebody on something that has no phone technology in it.
Yeah.
Right.
You can call somebody on a
That makes
tin
sense.
can. That's how phone got made.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she ain't wrong.
I ain't wrong.
No, she definitely ain't wrong. We know that.
There have been times I see a child on a phone and I'm thinking, oh my God, another kid with a phone. This one's 3 years old. This child is too young
They
for
can't
a phone.
even talk.
Too young for a phone. He'll be all jibber jabber.
So you don't think kids should have phones, Mr. Possum?
No.
You think they can be too young to learn how to communicate with somebody over technology?
Yeah, you can be too young for a phone, if I don't say so myself. I think that a 3-year-old talking all that jibber jabber babble ain't fit for a phone no how.
Okay.
But,
You know?
but I mean,
Good point.
I
Good
think
point, well said.
A lot of people are jibber jab babbling, but they can talk. They can talk if they want to. And if you don't give kids phones, they'll just eat meth.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's give him a phone,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't want him to eat no meth.
Thank you.
It's a harrowing warning from our friend Jeannie over here.
But you know what bugs
and
me?
you might want to take that advice because, you know.
Big Hal, you ever seen a child on a phone? Well,
I've seen children talk on all kinds of phones,
What
candy
happens-
phones.
What happens when you take that phone away and say, who you talking to, you little shit, and you put it up to your ear? What happens?
Oh, I just hear the candy rattling around in there. That's all that it is.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. That's the kind of thing that scares me. Is that some, because how they know that person must be watching me to see that I just took the phone away. Right?
Yeah, they're behind.
So they're just like a clown out, just a little ways away, hiding behind a telephone pole or something,
Yep.
talking on the phone to that child.
So it's like a bunch of its.
Yes.
Shit.
It's a bunch of its.
Oh, shit.
And they hang up when you pick up. That seems a little fishy to me.
Yeah, the
Somebody
fact that
call
nobody-
John Stossel.
The fact that nobody but these kids are hearing what's going on these candy phones is pretty scary. It's pretty, frightening.
Yeah, I changed my mind. You can't have kids talking to its.
So you're either killed by a clown or you eat meth. It's a rough time to be a child.
I'd rather eat meth.
Yeah, those are your choices, parents. If you're going to bring a child into this world, understand that they are either going to be continually harassed and seduced by some kind of it-type clown,
Seduced.
Oh my God.
or they are going to get into drugs, like meth.
I
Which
never
is-
thought of the clown, seducing. Ain't no Luther Vandross. Ain't no Luther, you know what I'm saying?
R&B clown.
Yeah.
Now, isn't the it clown? Isn't he kind of a metaphor for drugs too? So it's you're kind of choosing whether you do the literal clown from it or the metaphorical clown from it.
Oh, I missed that metaphor.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you did,
Eh.
but
Ooh.
I did.
but yeah, I mean it's just drugs, right?
Yeah.
It's just drugs.
It's his drugs.
It's the call of the sewer
Yeah.
saying, come down, have fun, float around.
That's why it's called it. Is because it's drugs.
It's
Yeah.
drugs.
You guys ever heard that? Yeah, I don't know if you know this.
No.
But drugs are bad. I don't know if you ever
Everything in
heard this.
moderation.
Somewhat. Some things in moderation, but just even a little bit of some of the drugs that you probably do are like the clown from it, in that they can they can be all kinds of fun. They can be dancing around and making you happy all 1 minute, and then they can just rip your heart right out of your chest next minute, or rip your leg off, rip your foot off. They can do all kinds. Drugs can do all kinds of horrible things. Kids, don't do them. So I guess what I'm saying is, continue talking to the weird clown that's speaking to you through your candy phone, and don't do the drugs that kind of are symbolically represented by the clown that's speaking to you through your candy phone. Does that make sense, children?
God dang, Big Hal, this is a rough time for a dumb child. I mean, you have to be kind of smart to get all that smart stuff.
Hardest time in history for a dumb child.
Yeah.
And probably the hardest time in history for a smart child too, just by theory of relativity.
Well, with everybody making their own drugs, it's just hard to know who to trust. Don't get them in the park.
Okay, well this is.
Don't get them at the. Don't get them at the Kroger on Brownsboro.
We're just gonna let her do this, but don't listen to any of this.
Don't get them in an apartment that you've never been to before.
Sure.
Go to that same apartment where you didn't die that last time.
Don't go to that apartment. Don't get those drugs. Probably don't speak to strange clowns on the candy phone.
Of where is cool.
All right, our next headline tonight is Space Crab to Miss Earth.
Oh, thank God.
Now, this was a big relief to all of us. Size of relief in the astronomy community today as the giant space crab, roughly the size of Montana, that's been hurtling towards Earth for hundreds of years, turns out we'll miss our orbit by a mere 100 miles.
Oh, my God.
What a blessing.
What
a blessing. That space crab, giant crab in space, Lord knows what he's doing. And he's just been flying towards Earth since they saw him in a telescope, I don't know, 100 years ago or so. And we thought this was going to be the reckoning. We thought this was going to be the crab was going to land on Earth, and who knows where it goes from there. Crab the size of Montana, and instead he's going to pass just 100 miles outside of our orbit.
Can I tell you
That's
a
good
secret?
News. What's your secret?
Since Space Crab ain't going to come here no more, I tell you, Big Hal, I planned on surrendering quite quickly to Space Crab and being his minion, kind of, guarding him, bringing him human meat.
You were going to betray all of us.
All of you.
No, this is devastating. I was going to ask him for a ride.
I bet you would.
I was going to get a space ride, but that space crab would go to the new planet where everybody's cool and not all fucking stupid about stuff.
Jeannie's the only one who was looking forward to Space Crab's visit. She's comfortable with crabs.
Wherever he's going is where I want to be.
Well, you're definitely going to get space crabs if you head out there.
Did you know that's my sign? I'm a Cancer.
Are you really?
It's this metaphor. It doesn't mean that you have a sexual disease. It means that you are.
Now, you just referred to cancer as a sexual disease. That doesn't sound right to me.
Not exclusively sexual disease. Okay. It also means that you have a soft heart, but you've developed a hard exterior to protect your emotions.
So you're a Cancer.
I have Cancer and crabs.
You're a Cancer on society.
Yeah. With crabs.
You're a Cancer who has cancer and crabs.
Yeah.
And a hard exterior.
Yeah.
Like your very firm teeth like butthole.
Fortitude. Butthole fortitude.
Got
like fartitude.
You two get along too well. Feel threatened by
Until we don't.
I feel threatened by it.
It gets rough when the food gets low.
So, I was just, I don't know what I was going to do when the space crab hit.
Probably die.
You didn't have no secret plans?
I didn't have a secret plan. I sure didn't. I just, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I tell you what I did imagine. Here's what, I wouldn't call it a plan because I wasn't going to do anything for it. But every time I thought about it, I just thought about that crab immediately landing, snapping me in half with his big old claw, and then eating me. That's what I imagined would happen the whole
Did
time.
they eat people?
The space crab?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Or did they just snap you?
I mean, he's got to be hungry. He's been floating out in space for 100 years. Right? At least. He's probably super bummed he's not landing on this buffet we call Earth, by the way. You know what I mean?
You think he missed on accident?
Yeah, he didn't calibrate right. You know what? He was off by like 0.01 degree. And now he's just scooting right. He's going to be scooting right by this. It's like just driving right past the Pizza Hut salad bar and just barely missing it. You know what I mean?
You missed your chance.
And oh my God, he's probably going to reach his claw out and just try to scrape across the prime meridian or something.
Well, Genie might get a chance to climb on that claw if he scrapes his claw along a desert.
Not too late to hop on a boat, head down to the prime meridian, and hop onto that crab claw.
I think you missed this on purpose. I think we're not worthy.
Good God.
I thought I was a minion for Space
Good
Crab.
God.
This lady.
She's on the Space Crabs team without even knowing what he's all about.
We're not even good enough to eat.
Yeah.
Well, toot to that.
Toot to that, of course.
There's a reason I don't eat human meat.
Let's talk about our next headline, which is Hell to Pay. Look at that.
I told you.
Look at that little graphic up there. We got a little toupee with some teeth on the end of it.
Told you.
Everybody's been talking about this. Yeah, you did warn me about this. You did warn me that this was going to happen. So wigs across the U.S. are coming to life and attacking their wearers. No word yet if this has anything to do with the giant space crab, who's just barely going to miss our orbit by a few hundred miles.
Probably a coincidence.
Probably just a coincidence that people's wigs in all kinds of places everywhere across the globe are just randomly coming to life, growing teeth and biting into the scalps of their wearers. Now, you warned me about this. You knew this was coming somehow.
Yeah.
Like about a month before it started happening. And I've always wondered how. How did you know? What do you know?
Big Howell, I was accosted by a wild hare.
Okay. So you just saw one of the early ones. One of the early transitions.
Yeah, he must have been the captain. He got here before the others. Because he was smart.
Sure.
Because he's acted like a wig. You know, that was smart of him.
Sure.
I tried to put him on my head, have a little street play. You know, I was going to put on a little
Are you sure you didn't just put like a cat on your head or something?
Cat on my
Are you
head.
sure about that?
I think.
Or like what has longer hair? Like a beaver? Did you put a beaver on your head?
That's possible.
So you think maybe that wig
I think
that
maybe
attacked
you
me
just-
was just a beaver?
I think maybe you just came across a beaver, as we often do, and you put it on your head, and you were like, "This will be a fun wig. I'll look like Elvis Presley for today."
Yeah. Hooah.
Did it stick up like that, like a little bit of a pompadour?
Yeah.
Was that the wig? Yeah. You were like, "Let me put this on my head. I'll look like Elvis Presley today," and then it just dug two buck teeth right into the front of your scalp, right?
It was a buck-tooth bite pattern.
No judgment. I've done it.
I think you just put a beaver on your head. Gotta say.
Well, ordinarily,
No judgment, I've done that.
I would agree with you, but in light of all these toupee attacks, I'd say maybe there's something behind this.
Right, but yours happened what, 2 months ago?
It was a while ago.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna say that yours is unrelated and that you just accidentally put a beaver on your head.
Is everybody putting beavers on their heads? Is that what this is?
No, I mean this seems to be backed up by some kind of hard science, I believe.
So when it happens to me, it's a bumble. And other people, it's hard science.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't quite like that thinking.
Sounds about right to me.
I mean, look, I've been attacked by a beaver. I have attacked many beavers.
Mm-hmm.
This could all be a mix-em-up.
You have attacked beavers.
I have attacked beavers.
Was that a territorial thing?
Beavers are everywhere I don't want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta fight it out.
Sometimes you got to fight it out with beavers. Now, what are you trying to do when you fight a beaver? Are you trying to build a dam that is like different from their dam?
I want that log.
You want that log for your dam.
They want that log. I want that log, and they're like, but that's teeth, not hands.
Now, do you make dams? Do you dam up waterways?
I don't
do you dam up various waterways?
I don't dam up waterways. I dam up junk holes and just my stuff behind.
You dam up your stuff.
Dumpsters.
Mm-hmm.
Just dam up my stuff.
Okay.
Because people will be like, oh, what's behind there? Oh, nothing. It's just a log wall.
Have you ever thought about damming up a waterway?
I don't need as much water as you would think.
Right,
I
you don't
get dirty.
She stays dry.
But you like food, right?
I like food.
Have you thought about the kinds of food that you'd be, fostering if you, say, dammed up a small creek or stream and created a sort of a big pond of lily pads, and it'd be a place for fish to gather. That'd probably be, if you took a step towards becoming more like a beaver. You might find an improvement in your life. Have you ever thought about that?
I haven't. I don't.
You have the experience gathering the logs and making the dams.
I don't
you just haven't.
Fish, Hal, but I do like logs.
Yeah.
But I also really appreciate and connect with how aggressive beavers are.
Yeah.
This is a conundrum.
Well, they're nature's engineer.
I'm a dry beaver. Can I be that?
You're a dry beaver. That makes a lot of sense to me. It works in a couple different ways. Now, beavers are nature's engineer, as I recently just stated, and it's also you can find written on a plaque at the Louisville Science Center. Also,
I am also.
You are also nature's engineer because you live in nature and you draw stuff like put feathers on a rocket ship.
Drew it right there on that paper.
You invent and design things. I think you and beavers have so much in common. It's incredible. I think you should consider that lifestyle because it might be a step up for you.
So now she's jealous of raccoons and beavers. Oh. You're making her feel bad.
I'm sorry. Let's move on. If I'm making her feel bad, let's just.
No, it's fine. It's how she lives.
It's like I don't feel. It's like I'm not. I just feel like I'm not doing enough.
Well,
but I try to do enough, but that's just not enough.
You're just drunk. You get all sad and shit.
I just want to do as much as a beaver does.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the water.
All right, next headline. Let's talk about yelling at boobs.
What? What is this?
Yelling at boobs.
Who yelled at a boob?
Lots of people have been yelling at boobs lately. By now, many of our female viewers have outfitted one of their boobs with smart boob technology. A lot of you guys are young and hip and savvy. You've realized that the value of just natural boobs has gone down in the marketplace lately, and so there's value and convenience in outfitting one or more of your boobs with smart boob technology. But the common introduction of this handy technology has raised a few questions of etiquette. When is it appropriate, for instance, to shout commands at someone else's boob? That's the big question that we're raising here. So, you got women all over the country who have basically put like an Alexa or like a Google Home in one of their boobs, so that they can just at any point get information. They can just talk to that boob and get it to play a song for them if they want to hear a song. And but then what ends up happening is everybody's using it. Everybody's hollering at that boob. Everybody's hollering commands. And is it a violation to yell at someone else's boob, or to give a command to someone else's boob, or to ask a question of someone else's boob?
That's fixable.
It's fixable? How so?
Voice recognition.
Oh, so they just changed
boob only knows you.
Okay. So somebody has
yell at my own boob. I don't got time to worry about other people's boob.
That's your computer.
That's a smart answer, actually. I had not considered that. I think I had kind of thought that this was just going to be the way things were going to go, and that people were going to But what if you got a boss? Imagine if you had a boss, right? And that boss needs to get some information off the internet, and you got a smart boob there. Mm-hmm. So that boss, you don't want that boss to be able to just yell at that boob and get that information out of it?
Well, to be honest with you, if I had a boss, I probably would have gotten that boss by showing him my boobs anyway.
Sure.
So
But
I
you
feel
can't
like
be using your boober. You can't be coming on your flap top. Your flap top.
by that point he'll be yelling at my patoot.
The smart computer.
All right. So perhaps we shouldn't be talking to you about etiquette.
Fair enough.
About normal etiquette.
Yeah, talk to the possum.
Yeah.
Talking fight with beavers.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Mr. Possum? Have you ever yelled at a stranger's boob to say, like, play a song for you? Or dim the lights a little bit? You ever been like, hey, boob, unlock the garage door?
I was on a sitcom called Hey Boob.
Called Hey Boob?
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
funny you said that. Hey Boob.
Yeah. So was it out on a ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I saw it. I remember Hey Boob.
And it was always,
That was a good one.
Yeah, just kids just searching for a boob in a big pile of hay.
Yeah.
It was so on the nose. It didn't last long.
Yeah.
But I was on there.
Just one episode,
Yeah.
and they just reached right into that pile of hay and they pulled you out by the snout, and they
Yeah.
went, "Hey, boob!" and the show ended. Right? Is that what it was? They called you a boob, and then the show ended.
They called me a boob, and then
is that what happened?
The people were like, "This is confusing." I thought that they were searching for a boob, and they found an animal or dressed like a little.
No, everybody got it. Everybody was like, they found a boob.
Are you making me to be the fool? I feel like I'm being made to be the fool.
Hey, boob.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, so good.
It does suit me.
All right.
I'm soft and approachable.
The second question with regard to smart boob technology, which has become so common and so prevalent in the workplace, is as AI improves, that's artificial intelligence. You know much about artificial intelligence?
I don't.
A straight answer for one. No. She said no.
Do women run the risk of having their boobs declared a protected class of person? So as they upgrade, because they automatically upgrade the software in these smart products that we're all shoving up ourselves and stuff. They are constantly upgrading the software, and eventually that software is going to get so smart that somebody's going to be like, this is actually a person now. So at some point, your boob is going to be a person. What do you do then? What do you do then? That's the big. And this is philosophy. This is your alley. This is you're the one who's going to have the answer.
Yeah,
to this
I
one.
wish my boob was a person. I put it to work.
Yeah.
I would make it get some money, and then we could eat. But that's a problem with people, because when you add more people, then they gotta poop, and then they cost money too. So this is a slippery slope. How?
When you add more, so wait.
It's like having a goddamn kid strapped to your chest that
Right.
you can't take off and abandon.
You don't owe this boob nothing. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think you owe this boob
I said
anything.
that about my third kid, but the government said I did.
Well, we've got
some comments over here in the chat. I just noticed I noticed a little creep on the chat, and I realized we've got some comments over here, and so we should respond to these. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the phone. Y'all can call us now.
Greg Welch says the boob singularity is inevitable. That means all of us are just going to go down to
Inevitable?
one boob.
I mean,
Casual Johnable says, does it have boob tooth? I play on Bluetooth, a toot Johnable. Thank you very much.
I wish my boobs had tooth.
I mean, shit, is every part of your body going to have teeth?
All right, folks.
Greg Welch says beavers are nature's homeowners. Now, beavers ain't gay.
Wait a minute.
Beavers ain't gay. He said beavers are nature's homeowners. Ain't no homos. Probably. What do you think? You think beavers is gay?
All beavers are gay.
Yeah. You think
All
so?
beavers is gay. All raccoons is gay too.
Raccoons. is gay in a certain way, like a fifth grader would call another fifth grader gay. Like you being gay, kind of like that.
But beavers are gay in the cool way that they populate the neighborhood with good things.
Oh, like the beavers kind of gentrifying a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they're totally gay.
Yeah.
All right, folks, 413-659-TOOT. That is where you can call us at.
Toot.
413-659-TOOT. That is the Toot line. All right, so we got you guys are already saying, you guys have already said a bunch of gay slurs, and you said, you responded to casual johnable. Greg said the boob singularity is inevitable.
I did all that.
You took care of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Job.
Great job. Well, I was doing the job of getting the...
I did your job. You won't do it. I'll do it. Yeah. I take the job and shove it. I take your job and shove it. Oh, yes.
It's fun stuff. I love hanging out with Mr. Possum here and his roommate, Jeannie. Go on and give us a toot in the chat. Go be sure to subscribe and also like this episode of Big Howell and Possum.
Go ahead and just
Go ahead and like it.
like it, please.
Go ahead and like it, please.
Hey, Big Al.
Hey, Mr. Possum.
How about we check on them dogs one more time and then get back to our debate?
Yeah, let's check on the dogs. Be sure to give us a call over here at 413-659-TOOT. And this is Dog Cam here on Big Howell and Possum. Coming back in 1 minute.
Getting sleepy?
Jeannie's getting tired. We got her up.
One thing for very long.
We got her up late. Where would you?
Bedtime.
Where would you be? Where if I hadn't picked you up at the Thornton Mart on Lower Brownsboro? Where would you be at this
It
moment?
wasn't an option. You was gonna pick me up, Hal. And I knew it when I saw
Oh, so you believe in fate?
I do.
You believe in the strings, the threads of fate.
Every night when I get picked up, I say to myself, this is where I was meant to be tonight. Sometimes it's in an upstairs, sometimes it's on a lovely couch. Sometimes I get pretty womaned and I get to take a bath in the big jacuzzi tub and sleep in the hotel. And then I go down to the lobby and they're like, get out of here, we don't rent rooms. And I'm like, but I'm with him, he's my uncle. And they're like, here's some dresses and some pearls. And then I change my life for 2 months. And then sometimes I hang out at the Thorntons and hook up with my old neighbor. And then sometimes we eat spaghetti in the slippery dumpster. And it's just whatever happens.
Hey, Big Hal.
This is beautiful.
Guess which
Beautiful
part of that
stuff.
was a bald-faced lie?
Which part?
That sometimes she hangs out with you at the Thorntons.
No, it would be the pretty woman portion.
I get pretty woman.
I tell you, what really happens is you think you're in a jacuzzi and you ate some stew. Tits deep in some stew down in Shively.
Tits deep in some stew. Now, are you saying somebody tries to cook her up?
Yep.
Like an animal?
Yep.
Somebody picks her up like an animal and tries to cook her up in some stew.
Yeah, they dropping plopping carrots in there.
think
Dropping
it's like
plopping carrots.
that
Dropping carrots.
You think it's like that Jeans witch trying
Yeah.
to cook me up?
That shit's real.
Jeannie, what do you think the plot of Pretty Woman is?
I think it's about a girl and she's like, I love dick, And then this guy's like, no, just my dick. And she's like, no, more dicks. And he's like, I'll give you a bunch of money and you can take a bath if it's just my dick. And she's like, I guess. And then about 3 months go by and she's like, psh, never mind, but I'll keep the clothes. Mm-hmm. But then she doesn't. She can't have a closet.
She wrong.
She can't have a closet.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually...
I don't know what happened to the clothes.
I think that's actually a pretty, like, forgiving or generous appraisal of what Julia Roberts goes through in that film.
Goes through.
What's
experiences in the film?
What do you call it?
Well, I think that she was...
Are you jealous of... You're jealous of Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, aren't
Yes.
you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Why?
Oh, you're so jealous. You hate that movie. You want somebody to drive up in a limo and go, let me take you away.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong. I can wear a fur coat and get treated like a nice
You want some rich guy to be like, I want that possum to be my forever partner and live a life of wealth. I want them to go shopping and initially get kicked out of the boutique, but then get to come back and say, actually, I have a lot of money. You want to go through that? You want that to happen?
I got a dream man out there. You don't know about. I'm somebody's dream possum. Shit.
You know you never change.
You're rich. Who's your Richard Gere? Is it the actual Richard Gere?
Richard Gere. I hope this one guy picks me up and makes me a woman.
Pretty woman.
That makes you a pretty woman.
You would be in that hotel for 2 months. Tops. I'm gonna say 2 hours, and then you would be like, I'm gonna get in this dumpster, and then they would be like, you can't do that anymore, you're class. And then you would go and get in it, and then they would kick your ass back out. They would kick your ass right out on the street.
I guess my dream is stupid. It wouldn't last long.
Can I make my prediction of what would happen if Richard Gere picked you up and Pretty Woman'd you? Can I make mine?
Why not?
Here's what I think would happen. You'd end up with Jason Alexander.
Oh.
I think you would accept Jason Alexander's advances.
Why do you say that one? I think I know why too, but why you say that?
Because I think you would find Jason Alexander hard to resist, and you'd feel more comfortable with him than with Richard Gere, who's more of a high class individual. What are you going to talk to Richard Gere about?
You're right. I mean, it's not that I like to be treated cheaply. It's all I know.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jason Alexander.
No, I think you actually do like to
cheaply.
be. I do think you like to be treated cheaply. I think you enjoy it.
Oh, you think I'm a little cheap?
Yeah, you're extremely cheap. You're one of the cheapest people I've ever met.
Strike you as a tiny bird.
I think it's self-sabotage. I think we can't have better lives because we don't believe we deserve it in our hearts, and so that sometimes we get good things.
Give us a call at 413-659-TOOT. Let us know what you think about being Pretty Woman. Have you ever been Pretty Woman? Have you ever found yourself in a Gere type scenario?
Could you emotionally handle it?
Yeah. All right. Crystal says, do y'all think you could win Family Feud as a team?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's try it.
What is
Survey
it?
says.
Let's try it. So, all right. I'll be the survey, right? So I'll be the one. I'll represent normalcy, right?
Got it.
And then you guys will just give me an example of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And I'll tell you whether it's normal or not.
Okay.
Yes, we should be fine.
That's how this will be the best way to, I think, approximate an episode of Family Feud.
Okay.
All right. So, what is a normal thing to step on with your foot?
Oh,
condoms.
Survey.
Does the survey say condoms? No.
That's stupid.
Seems normal as shit to me.
Stupid. They're in the garbage. They're on the floor. They're in the bed. They're in the bathroom. They're on the sidewalk.
I stepped on one today with my one good foot.
Exactly.
So only got 1 foot, and he managed to step on a condom with it.
Yep, stepped on a wrist squirter. Unfortunate that was.
I feel like two barf tonight. Okay. What do you step on?
Oh, am I ringing in?
Yeah, you're ringing in.
A Jack in the Box.
Step on a Jack in the Box?
Yep, a leftover Jack in the Box sandwich.
Survey says nope. Doesn't happen.
What?
Not normal. I hate to break it to you, and I hate to break it to Crystal here. Thank you for the question, but you just don't get normal answers out of these two. They're just kind of weird.
Whoa.
They're just kind of weird folks.
Shit, I guess.
But I do think, well, Jeannie, I think you'd have a better time on Beaver Feud.
Yeah, I don't even like families. We talked about this.
Yeah, you hate families.
Yeah.
But there is a show called Beaver Feud. Where you have to fight some beavers for some logs.
Fight some I'm good at it.
Yep, you're already built for it.
I don't even care. I'll fight them for fun. But if you give me a log, then it'll probably keep me going.
Sounds like you're talking about a show that's like Beef or Feud. You're like, all right, am I going to beef or am I going to feud? Like, fight or flight.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will fight a beaver with my beaver.
Whoa. Well, now that would be an even more. I would enjoy that.
But I want
that
double.
Cool.
I want double the sandwiches.
Yeah. Well, no, they'd have to pay you pretty good for that.
Yeah.
I think. If it's just going to be you, just dropping down, just squatting on that.
Come at them, just.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It must be true.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what Greg is... this comment, I think, is a few minutes old, but Greg said closing a ring box on his paw.
Like Pretty
What was
Woman.
that? Oh, yeah.
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 I would just go,
Classic.
ow, Mr. Garrett, goddamn.
Yeah, you'd probably bite him.
Yeah.
You'd bite him and give him rabies. And then before you know it, you're just Jason Alexander's side piece. Yep, that's how that would play out.
That's awful.
That is how that would play out.
It's not the worst.
It's folks, it's 11:48 in the evening.
That's hard.
Here Eastern time. Ooh, we have a phone call.
What?
Where should I be here?
Hello?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
I did
press
not hear
2.
who that was, but I'm going to have to accept it.
To accept, okay.
I mean, I've
I
already
sent the caller
accepted
voicemail.
weirder
Goodbye.
things here into the void tonight. Whoa, where'd it go? You're going to have to call back. Didn't give. I was rattling on as per usual. Oh, here we go.
Call from. To accept.
Who the shit is this?
Who's this? Who's calling?
Hey, this is
our show?
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere? It's Richard Gere, guys!
Oh my God! Is he calling for me?
Big fan of the show, guys.
Richard Gere's a fan of this show? That's amazing.
Oh, Mr. Gere.
Okay, you got Possum real worked up.
Can
now
you
here.
see us?
Well, yeah, that's the reason I wanted to call in.
Hi, Richard
I wanted
Gere.
to let him down easy.
Hi.
I'm not into possums.
Oh,
I know there's a lot of rumors on the internet about me and like gerbils, but I'm not into gerbils. I'm not into
Gerbils.
possums.
he's got accused of putting
Just
gerbils in his
hamsters.
The Nazi guy Gerbils?
He is into gerbils and he's into possums too. That's how this happened.
How do you know you're not into possums until you've been in a possum? Mr. Gere?
Mr.
I'm
Gere,
not
It's a
even,
valid
not even
question,
possum
Mr.
curious.
you are possum curious.
Oh, well, let me just maybe see if I can seduce you. Maybe put a box fan on and put my butt in front of it. Maybe fill up the room with my scent.
Yeah.
See what you think of that.
Show him your pouch.
Oh, you want to see my pouch, baby?
Oh, hey, Richard, buddy. See you later.
Bye, Richard.
Pretty woman.
He quit. He quit after that pouch sound.
Bye, Richard.
It sounded wet to me.
I think he might have accidentally hung up when he culminated there, right when you were talking about the box fan.
I gotta be honest.
And your aroma spreading throughout the room.
I
Daggone.
don't think he would have called unless there was a chance.
I know. I think I've got a chance.
I think he's like
yeah.
to.
Well, you're in his head now.
Yeah.
You
He's
think
thinking
I
about
came
you.
on too strong with that box fan?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, you
I think
ruined
you should
it.
do
You ruined
more.
it for sure.
Yeah.
But
Picks
there
up
was
hookers.
Oh no!
in the movie. That was a movie.
I think you pull your butt apart.
Oh, spread it.
Yep.
Spread it, and then
Always
spread
pull
it in
butt
the
apart
room.
because you want to know up front what his butt deal is.
Yeah. I can put it on rotate,
Yeah. Yeah.
so all the corners of the room
Yeah.
get my butt.
Yep.
Jeannie, how much information do you get about a man from the way his butt smells? Just all of it?
How? 95%.
95%?
95%. What he eats.
So roughly the same amount of percentage of people who have herpes.
Approximately the same. Really, it's just 5% of people that just never have left their house since birth. They've been in a bubble. Mm-hmm. The bubble people.
Hal, do you know how many times Jeannie would get lost, and then I would put my butt in front of that box fan, and she would find her way back to that dumpster
Right back home.
like an old cat.
All right, Mr. Possum, we are late on the debate. You need to get your little timer out so that we can do
Okay.
So we can do the. We're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk about, and this can be quick. The debate part of this can be quick. You can also call in. We'll still take calls if you want to, get real creeped out by the possum or by Jeannie over here.
Or maybe by her, this
Yeah,
nightmare.
just maybe by her. But she's going to moderate our debate. We are, of course, tonight debating above ground versus underground. Which is better? The pluses and minuses, the pros and cons of being above ground and being underground. So, Mr. Possum, you should start. I think you're as we've established, you're representing above ground tonight, and I will be defending underground.
Okay, I'll begin. A 2-minute start. Now, I prefer to live above ground with y'all angelic, perfect humans. I don't like it underground with them dirty matlocks. And I tell you why. They're pushy. They're scary. I don't like all that dark, wet soil. I don't like the worms. I don't care for grubs. Mm-hmm. I don't like the grub culture they got down there. Mm-hmm. And it's too tight. These tight tunnels to get through anywhere you gotta go. The traffic is just you and the dirt. It's like you're stuck in a traffic jam anywhere you gotta go somewhere, even you by your dang self. You know how it is. So I prefer to live up here with look at the sky and not hang out with them dirty lizard people.
Strong.
Yikes.
Strong.
They're all the time
insulting.
pushing you around. They're like, hey, go this way. You don't know where you're going. I'm like, yes, I do. I've been downtown underground before, lizard. And they push you around, and they're real bossy. It's confusing. I prefer it above ground. I think I'm going to end my statement because it was perfect.
Yeah. No, that was. I think that was about as good as a statement.
A strong stance.
That was as
Awesome.
good. That was as good as a defense of above ground living as one could hear. Now we should clarify to viewers that when you say matlock, you're talking about the lizardmen that live underground.
Yes, sir.
And I just want to say,
Are you beginning your statement?
I'm going to begin my statement because I'm also going to talk about the lizardmen that live in caves and the underground caverns underneath the above ground portion of Earth. So, folks, we live in a chaotic world. We live in a dangerous world. We live in a world where the choices we make day to day, they can cause a lot of damage to us. It can be hard living in this world, and not, being in charge of yourself can, in many ways, be a dangerous and kind of disgusting, creepy thing, where you end up, just kind of looking like crap and destroying your body with diseases and drugs. And these are all just results of your own choices, of having a choice, of living under the sun, walking around in an open area and having control over your own choices. Sooner or later, you're going to look like Genie here. Now, if you go underground, and if you join the lizardman community underground, and you find yourself enslaved by them, you live in a cavern, you live in a sort of wet underground limestone cave, you're going to find that your fate is in the hands of the lizardmen, and that is better. That is better because you're going to make better choices because they're going to choose for you. You're going to be enslaved to them. You're not going to need your eyes to see anymore because it's going to be so dark. You're just going to feel around. You're going to do whatever the cave lizardmen want you to do. You're going to end up finding yourself a lot happier, I think. That's my statement.
Okay.
You're going to be a lot happier underground, folks.
All right, well, I'll get my rebuttal, which is a minute, and then we'll let Jeannie figure out who won, and we'll see what the internet says.
We got to look at what the internet said.
Yeah, we'll see all that stuff.
Go ahead and join us in the chat if you have an opinion on whether it's better to be an underground lizardman slave or whatever happens to somebody when they live above ground, at the corner of Thornton's and Brownsboro.
And Crystal, we're going to address your question after the debate, which is your question being, what is the best animal to have in your butt? We will get to that shortly. I'm going to get to my rebuttal, which will be 60 seconds just about now. And Mr. Howell here will have you believe that living underneath the ground is better because you got old lizards pushing you around, telling you what to do with your day. And I'm just a simple country possum, really. Just like to eat gravy and potatoes and live my life quietly on a rocking chair. It's no big deal, but I feel like you can't fit a rocking chair underground, and you can't tell a lizard to fuck off. So I'm going to stay upstairs. Thanks.
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's hard to argue with I'm just a simple country possum and I just have my things that I like to do. I just do my things and I like my things. Now, remind yourself for a moment that this is coming from a man who has admitted earlier in this very broadcast to being tricked into sliding around in spaghetti so that it would collect in his fur and Jeannie here could suck it off of him. In the process, giving him herpes, giving him a disease. Now, have you ever gotten herpes from a lizardman in a cave as you work, mining stalagmites and such? I don't think you have.
Not how I got it.
I don't think you get it that way. I don't think you get. I don't think you get diseases. I don't think you get. Sun diseases, whatever that's called. Skin disease from the sun. I don't think you get that down in a cave. I don't think you get STDs when you're forced to be chased and neutered by the lizardmen as you are enslaved by them. I don't think you get STDs that way. I think all that stuff happens when you ride around like some punk here in the upper world instead of in the underworld. So that's my statement. It's healthier. It's safer.
You're done, though. So,
okay. I said what I needed to.
A quick retort.
Do it.
I got a spaghetti-transmitted disease. It wasn't STD, but we was lady eating a tramp in a noodle. And I only rolled around in that spaghetti sauce because she told me I was on fire.
Amen.
Right, and you were tricked into that.
Remember when we told
lizardmen don't trick you
about that, and then we still were able to trick you into kissing him?
Now, I do remember that. Thank you for reminding me of that. I am going.
Family herpes.
I'm going back to the doctor tomorrow to get that checked out and taken care of. So
incurable.
It's a mistake I made. It's a mistake I made above ground. Once again, the lizardmen they don't trick you. Lizardmen don't tell you you're on fire to get you to do what they want you to do. They just tell you have to do it and you don't have a choice because they'll eat you if you don't.
Yeah.
So I think it's better. I think it's more honest. I think it's a more honest way to live. I think it's safer in a lot of ways. You know, I just think it's better.
Well, let's
find out. Let's find out what the internet says, and then I think Jeannie can make the final say.
You want to do the internet first?
Well, yeah. Isn't that how we do it? Isn't that how we do it?
Isn't that how we do it?
Isn't that?
Isn't it how we do it?
All right, we got 15 votes on Twitter. I'm a big fan of all the roughly 10 to 20 people who are a fan of this show. By the way, let me just say that.
Thank you for having good taste.
All right, so I'm a bit surprised by the results here on Twitter. Apparently, happily surprised. 60% of them said underground. 40% of them said above ground. So underground wins on Twitter. Let's find out. Let's find out here on Facebook. Gotta do Twitter and Facebook.
Sick of this shit. Arguing my heart out for nothing.
Let's see if we got any votes at all here on Facebook.
Endangered my place with the lizards for nothing. Could have stayed quiet about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because I wanted to have a stinking debate.
You gotta take a stance.
All right, we got 67% are for underground on Facebook, and 33% are for above ground. So both of them, a blowout. Above ground is
Fuck that hat.
celebrated.
I don't give
Celebrated online. I'm not that surprised that people on Facebook and Twitter would prefer to just be buried underground than be alive.
Well, let's see what our moderator thinks.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
What is the currency underground?
The currency underground is whatever you can make. If you can work, if you can mine for minerals and stalactites, that's currency.
What
if you
about-
can't do that, you're eaten by lizard people.
You can still be poor underground. I went down there and they're like, how many grubs you got? I said, none. And they're like, well, get out of here, you bum. Grub bum.
Yeah. I mean, if you're poor underground, you're basically a hot dog.
What about
The lizard men are just going to eat you. You can't give a hand job to a lizard man.
You can give a hand job to anything. How?
You can't give a hand job to a lizard man. I'm sorry to break this to you. But if you encountered one, you'd know this to be true.
All right.
It's just like a snake down there.
Can't drain the lizard.
Well, due to the farty.
Are you about to say due to the lack of dicks underground,
farty.
you're gonna?
I'm trying to keep my personal feelings out of it.
Oh, okay.
Personally,
well, you are a philosopher.
I'm going no place where I can't jerk people off.
Oh, that's so.
I'm
like
going no place, but that's a personal stance. I want to be fair here. I appreciate the debate, which is pretty much based on slavery versus free will.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's been the idea.
But
I've been pitching slavery to our viewers.
I also believe that for everyone's health, vitamin D is essential. And for that reason, for the health of the nation, I have to go with above ground. I said it.
I won because of vitamins. Oh my God.
You won. Wait, and you mean literally vitamin D, like
Vitamin
from the sun?
D. No, really.
Oh, you mean vitamin?
No, I meant the sun. You got to keep your health together. If you don't preserve your health, there's no point in living.
Sunny D.
I don't know about that.
A hand job in the sun.
A sunny D.
Yeah, and I won again. Every time we got people down here, I win. I'm gonna do a little victory dance. Yeah.
You're just gonna, Mr. Possum.
Oh my God.
Mr. Possum, I have my hand very clearly out to shake your hand to congratulate you on the victory.
He is a possum. He doesn't have good vision.
I would rather dance on your debate grave.
All right. Well, let me just pull up the old electric slide here. Here we go.
Dancing inside.
I think it's funny that you were dancing for a while to just the sounds of the storm.
I look again.
Let me get a little more of that. Let me get a little more of that wet.
It's on the race, Turkey. Dancing on the house train. It's electric. Look. Dancing on the house train. Yeah, here we go. Kiss my pistol. Oh, yeah. Oh. This is why the group's debated for the victory dancing. Okay.
Folks, my name's Big Hal. That's my partner in crime, Mr. Possum, the victor of tonight's debate. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I want to thank everybody that commented. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Casual Johnable. Did I miss anybody? Nah. Jiggle a Messacara. I agree. We're going to electric slide out of here. Turns out that above ground is better than underground. Wouldn't have thought that. Want to thank Jeannie, our guest here tonight. Say goodbye, Jeannie.
Bye, y'all.
You got anything to plug, Jeannie?
Yes, I'm going to be moving to the dumpster behind the Pizza Hut where Taylorsville Road meets Hurstbourne because I like that one because it's next to the Bustle at the Burger Bar. That's my favorite one right now.
So people can find you there? You want people to find you there?
Oh, give me a ride.
Yeah, okay. Give her a ride. If you see her, give her a ride. It's a nice thing to do. Mr. Possum, you got anything else to say to our viewers?
Eat my shit. Don't ever step to me and roger me again. I'll crush you and dance on your bones.
All right. I'll take it.
And the
You earned
best
it.
animal to have you up your butt is the snake because it's shaped like a curve.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. We got to answer that question. The best animal to have up your butt. He says it's a what? A snake?
Yeah, it's already shaped like a curve.
Says. Oh.
Depends on what
That's
you're
awful.
into.
Depends on what you're into.
It'll be a hedgehog.
I'm gonna guess like one of them big worms. Big worm. That's what I'm gonna go with. Probably the easiest thing. Hedgehog?
Hedgehog. I like the teeth.
Yeah. I mean, so if you want something abrasive up there
Sounds a little
that you can
bit of
that you
bite.
can feel.
Little
If it's
bit
too
of
smooth, you can't even feel it. All right. We're gonna get out of here. Big Howell and Possum, Wednesday nights, 10 to 12. Go on and subscribe. Be very safe out there. If you're making bad choices in your life, don't be afraid to enslave yourself to a lizard man. We love y'all so much. Goodbye. Big Howell and Possum.
Toot toot.